No, Colts now. We're looking like the undefeated Patriots. We're looking very beatable. Packers proved we're pretty beatable. Bengals damn sure proved that we were beatable. I mean, other than that, I mean, everybody was supposed to be like locked down this fucking Steelers. I mean, who beat the Chargers, and they've beaten some pretty big teams now going against the Ravens. I mean, you know, yeah. So I mean, that was a pretty big one for us. There's a couple ones we've had that are good. No, Cowboys killed the Browns. Not really. 15 points. Pretty fucking big. Pretty big. He's an AP. He lost his 0 to 0 0 to 21. 21 0 to 21. I think the Vikings actually started out really well. And if I do believe, we are the last undefeated team in the NFL. Yes, we are. So if we win today, okay. If we win today, we will be 6-0 and taking over the best team in the NFL. So we could be the best team in the NFL if the opportunity arises. Do I think we can win the next 5 games? Yeah. Oh, we've already showed last year we faced the Texans yet? No. We showed last year they're pretty beatable. We've never faced the Browns, Titans, and iffy matchup. I don't know about the Jags. Lions are gonna be tough. Jags, I don't know. Chargers, Jets. A lot of tough games. What do I think we're gonna finish? 6-0, 7-8. No, maybe. I mean, ten and 6, 11 and 5 is what I'm thinking. I mean, I ain't really know. I know. He's got to face the Lions. He's got to face us and the Saints. So nothing too spectacular, but pretty damn good teams. 6 picks from Prescott. Jeez, that's why he lost. Holy fucking hell. Gordon killed it. I mean, he had no riding game whatsoever. Chenault went off with Tutty. Defensively, Artie Burns 3, Shaquille Griffin 2. Make it 2. Here we go. We're in that game. We're going in. This is about to be a huge game for us. Here we go. Let's turn on the please. So my mom made this party like 20 times. Alright, home against a very good Texans team. Excellent. I mean, they had a very good, start to the last season. But I mean, other than that, I mean, it just feels like they don't have much, especially thus here they're falling behind a wee bit. A little bit, as that shows why. Watson has 1 touchdown, 800 yards, but 14 picks. Obviously, halfway through the season, you would like to have at least 1,500, 500, 100. So it seems like both teams have not done a lot exactly. With the balls, Houston actually made us take a run for our money. The second time we faced them, it was a close game for a while there, as that's what the Colts allowed to take it to 25, and we'll see what we go. Obviously, the Colts are a running team. The Texans are, a spread team. They like to bring in Will Fuller to run the football. They love their option plays. They have a lot of good plays in their playbook, and we'll see what how that goes today. As Jacoby Brissett on 1st and 10 takes the snap. Brissett gonna go to Paris Campbell, first play, 12 yards. So I'll start the last one off hot. Paris Campbell, 12, and it'll be a first down for Indianapolis. 1st and 10. Hand off to Marlene Mack, and he is stuffed. Reader gives him a yard, and no more, no less. As this will be in 2nd and 9. As Brissett's going to look for Ebron, incomplete, 3rd down. So far, quick 3rd down brought to now. Rio Brissett takes the snap. Jacoby looking. Oh, it's a terrible throw. So inaccurate. And the Colts will punt on their first drive. It's a terrible punt. I'm facing a lot of Jesus Christ. And Kiki Cutie's taking it down to the 37, and we'll see what Houston's able to do with thus first drive of the game. You've got to prepare for their playmakers, such as Austin Eckler being one of them, Kenny Stills now being one of them. I don't know what happened to Will Fuller, but Kenny Stills looks to hand off to Austin Eckler, and he'll get a decent gain of 4. He showed to be an impressive piece of this offense. As Watson comes right back in, so you got a very interesting play call. That's Justin Houston. Nowhere to go for Austin Eckler. 3rd down. So a defensive end getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making it. This could be a very defensive game. 3rd and 6. Sean Watson takes the snap. Watson. I didn't think he was stupid enough to fucking throw it. Damn it. And he gets it. Watson, first down. Now they're knocking on the door of field goal range. It's not what I say. Houston got the early going against the Colts, but the Colts, as the game progressed, played better. As that's going to be Anthony Harris tracking down Austin Eckler. A loss of 2. They got Deshaun Watson slacking as 2nd and 12. Taking the handoff, looking deep. Nothing open, and that's going to be a tackle by Anthony Harris. Again, a 6 for Watson, 3rd and 7.
To the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down.
3rd and 7, Watson. Hand off to Eckler. Austin Eckler picks it up. First down, 10 yards.
10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down. If you make the stop there,
Texans are literally making the Colts look like the worst. They're undefeated, but they just don't play like an undefeated team. Last 2 weeks, bro, they've given up to teams that almost dethroned them, as Justin Houston gets them, and I feel like they're gonna go on a losing spree here. And, the Colts think they think they're good. They think they're still gonna win this game. They're gonna go 10-0, 11-0, and I just feel like they're gonna win a couple games, and then they're gonna go on a losing streak. I don't know if that losing streak gonna start today or what, As we Deshaun Watson. Watson loses the football. It's picked up by Darius Leonard. Leonard down the sideline. Nobody's gonna catch him. Touchdown. What a hit. Breaking Deshaun Watson in half. And it's a touchdown by the Colts. Darius Leonard, and you know they can't get the ball moving in offense. The defense is there to put points on the board. 7-0. Houston already struggling. Not really struggling. They moved the ball down the field, but they're struggling. You know, they get points on the board. You know, that long drive, that long continuous drive, they get points on and keep playing defense. They get a defensive game. But now the Colts are on the board. They strike first. It's gonna take a little. It's gonna put a little bit of a toll on Deshaun Watson. You know. On 1st and 10, Watson. Deshaun Watson's gonna run. Watson. Oh, Anthony Harris was there. Watson's gonna pick up the first down. 1st and 10.
He was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the
2nd and 10. Watson throwing it up, and it's caught. Austin Eckler in double coverage of Watson. Has not played very good all year. This is the pass, but today he's playing phenomenal. 1st and 10. Looking. Anthony Harris isn't going to get it. Thomas grabbed. Back in field range, so they're back where they were. Watson has not thrown an incompletion all day.
15 yards, the Texans pick
he threw that one in there to make it a grab, as this will be.
Now a 1st down throw, Watson.
That's Isaiah Simmons with a huge ass hit. Dropping down incomplete. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Once again from the 28. Throwing again is Watson.
And that's picked by Anthony Harris. And Anthony Harris on the return, nowhere to go, down at the 22. And just like that, Watson gives it right back to the Indianapolis Colts. 1st and 10 Indy.
Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole, because
you're gonna send Randall Cobb in motion. Randall Cobb trying to cut in. Nowhere to go. And so far the Colts are facing, you know, a newer defense. You know, they haven't really faced anything like this, and you know, they really can't game plan for something you have no clue about. As on 2nd and long, gonna hand it off to Mack, and it'll be a 3rd and long when we come back. And just like that, 3rd and 9. Man, the Colts might be looking to punt. 3rd and 9. Taking the snap. Brissett going deep. It's incomplete. Eric Reed. Oh, Brissett just needed to wait a second longer. Oh, he should have taken a check down. You know, that was a terrible, you know, play calling, I think. You know, 2 runs after it's not been working all day. Didn't work out. As Kiki Cutie caught by Zaire Franklin, who.
Give him 15. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Them having a good game. Is Kenny Stills gonna pull it? Stills to the outside. Kenny Stills caught. Matthew Adams, a loss of a yard.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. A loss of a yard.
You know, the Colts are ready for that one. They've watched that play happen continuously times that they just can't. They refuse to let it, you know, destroy him anymore. As this is going to be Justin Houston. Quick off the edge, sack on Watson. 3rd and 20.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
3rd and 20. Deshaun Watson needs 20 yards to get this ball back. Watson. Gotta look, and it's caught! Austin Eckler! Deshaun Watson making another backyard football play. Austin Eckler should arguably play receiver, to be honest. I mean, he's making these type of catches. As 1st and 10. Gonna hand it off to Eckler, and he is gone! Eckler ties it all up.
Austin Eckler, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are now on the board.
I've never seen the Colts struggle thus much, like I said. And oh, it's missed! The Colts keep the lead. Like I said, I've never seen the Colts struggle thus much, you know. I mean, defense was hanging in there. They still let a play happen. I mean, you know, usually feels like, you know, that deep pass, you know, Brissett, you know, they gotta get those type of plays. And on 1st and 10, you know, they're gonna plan on something here as 1st and 10, Brissett with the fake. Brissett, he's got Hilton. T.Y. Hilton has room. Eli Apple can't catch him. Touchdown. One play, 75 yards to the house. And we missed that one. Joey Sly, I hit it in the right time and just delayed. And 6-13, the Colts take a 7-point lead back. What and play. Joey Sly just, oh no, there's not. Brissett and T.Y. Hilton just made. Brissett seen him with a quick release. Brissett with a beautiful ball there. And, you know, T.Y. Hilton didn't only, you know, catch it. I mean, he didn't have to turn around and catch it. He caught it in stride, and he makes a play. Phenomenal play right there as 1st and 10. You got to believe that, you know, Eckler's not out of this one. You know, they're going to continue to target him as... Gonna go deep. That's Anthony Harris with the ball. Anthony Harris trying to get through down at the 33. 2 picks for him on the day. Huge play. And the Colts might just start to get going. That might be what they're doing right here. Brissett rolling out. Jacoby looking for the end zone. It's caught. Randall Cobb. Touchdown. What a grab. And the Colts have turned this game around, and Joey Sly made another miss. Oh, he made it. 6-20 for your Indianapolis Colts. You know, they've changed this game around. They are getting moving on offense in this 2nd quarter. The 3rd quarter, you know, very lackluster. It was 7-0. It looked like Houston was going to lead. It was 6-7 or 6-7. It was like they were about to tie it. Missed the extra point, and you know, everything just been Colts from there. You know, playing phenomenal offense, phenomenal defense, and you know that's going to be Malik Hooker. And obviously we have to keep this guy under 150 to get Malik Hooker up. I don't think that's, you know, exactly going to happen. I think we have a lot of crap ton of passing yards. This is going to be the Watson. Oh, he's been killing us today. Sean Watson has proved that, you know, maybe you know, they don't put Kenny Stills at that position. Maybe they put him at that position to not give him the, you know, give him the element of surprise. Eckler's going to be shy at the 29. He's been having a great day. Obviously, so that, you know, he was one of the greatest pickups that, you know, the Texans had. I think he was their greatest, you know, option as. This will be 3rd down, and it's going to be our 2nd down cut. 105 yards for Watson.
That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
I mean, under 150 is going to be hard. A 1st and 10, Watson.
Let's see if they do it anyway.
Gonna throw. Watson quick out of the gate. It's going to be Pierre Desir taking him down after a gain of 3 or 4. Maybe a gain of 4. 2-minute warning hits, and it'll be 2nd and 6. So Texans do get the ball at half, so this would be a huge play here if they can make a stop. 2nd and 6. Looking for the end zone. Gotta go to Eckler. Austin Eckler picks up 3, and you know these underneath routes are working. It's gonna be 2nd, 3rd and 3 as.
And just like that, it's 3rd down.
3rd and 3 to Sean Watson. Gonna hand it off to Eckler, and it's Dean Lowry in the backfield. Timeout, Colts. And on 4th and 5,
the sideline.
The Texans choose to go for it.
Stay out there as they'll go for it on fourth.
We need a play here, 4th and 5. A very interesting play call by the Texans. It's incomplete. Malik Hooker all over it. What a play.
The Colts are going to take over with a football.
As the Colts are still in this one, and they've got the ball back.
A first down throw for Brissett.
Snap by Brissett. Brissett looking for Cobb, and it's caught and dropped.
He couldn't hold on through the
Man, oh man, neither quarterback has over 150 yards today, so.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first
You know, it is
down.
possible that neither of them get it, but. Real Brissett takes the snap. Jacoby looking for Paris Campbell, and Campbell out of bounds at the 33.
Past the 30 prior to going out.
Seems like the Colts were off to a rough start at the beginning of this game. You know, they couldn't really get the ball moving, and you know, it seems like something's changing. They're starting to change that up as 1st and 10. Brissett takes the snap. Brissett gonna find Ebron, and Ebron out of bounds at the 50. Brissett hits over 150 yards on the day. You know, it's not been a Marlon Mack type of running day, has it? I mean, Marlon Mack has just not been in the necessary target today. As 1st and 10, Brissett takes the snap. Jacoby looking. He's got a man. It's Campbell, but it's overthrown. Brissett throws another pick. Or no, I think it's actually his first pick. Oh, he had him. It was just an overthrow. As here we go, Deshaun Watson gonna look to, you know, get what he had back, as thus is going to be dropped. A huge play. Anthony Harris forces it loose again.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
He's been all over this field the entire day. Watson on 2nd and 10. Deshaun Watson making some audibles. Gonna try to get some of his guys open. Deshaun Watson, nothing open. He's gonna take a sack, and that's a timeout by Indianapolis with 3:20 to go. 49 seconds remaining. 3rd and 20. You know, you want to get a stop here. 3rd and 20. And they're gonna go nowhere. Sacked. Timeout, Indianapolis. 4th and 26, and Watson's gonna do the smartest thing he can. That's punt it. And you know, Marshall's in the end zone. This is gonna be a huge return for Green. If he can get this around the 50, they've got a chance to do something. And Green's down at the 48, so almost the 50, exactly what they needed. They needed a decent return, and I think they got one. As 1st and 10. We'll see what Brissett has in store here, as he's going to go to Bucky Hodges out of the backfield. Bucky Hodges going to pick up 4. So nice play by Bucky Hodges, staying in bounds. And, you know, making a play as.
That does him no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Here we go. Brissett on 1st and 10. Jacoby is airing out T.Y. Hilton. And it's a throw on the wrong shoulder. He had a touchdown there, but it was overthrown. Brissett once again. Oh, man.
I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go
Jacoby takes the snap. Jacoby Brissett looking over the shoulder to Paris Campbell down at the 32, and Hilton should have had his 2nd touchdown of the game, but it was taken away by the Houston Texans.
Here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10, Jacoby Brissett directing traffic, looking for Hilton on the edge. Hilton's got it. Inbounds, I gotta get the spike off, and they will. 2 seconds left. And Indy will bring out the field goal unit. Yeah, I think that was supposed to be a play where they got out of bounds. They didn't get out of bounds, and you know, we'll bring Joey Sly in. Forty kick. 45 yards, good. 23-6. Houston will come out and get the football at half. Usually the Colts usually get the football at half, but today it'll be
Sports halftime
The Houston
report. Coach,
Texans.
both teams appear ready for the fight ahead and we resume action
That being on the field, and this will be 6-23.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Six by 23. Here we go. Watson doesn't have to go so fast this time. He can take his time. First and 10. He's going to keep it. And Dean Lowry gets Watson in the backfield. A loss of. Yeah, this is going to go to Eckler. Eckler is going to pick up a very good gain. He's at 75 yards on a tutties. Usually that's what Marlon Mack was, but Marlon Mack I think, has gotten one carry today. The Colts have shown that they can throw it very well, and that's what they've been doing. 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. He might look deep here. He will. Isaiah Simmons can't stop it! Watson! Good night, Malik Hooker. You're not getting that development trait. Watson gets it to Fuller for 42.
That'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right
1st and 10, Watson.
If they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well.
This is gonna be Eckler. Eckler gets popped by Sear. 81 yards and a tutty for Eckler. And like I said, you know, Marlon Mack usually gets 100 yards a game. I don't think today he's going to. 2nd and 4. You know, Watson's got to be careful about what he decides to do here. And that's Matthew Adams in the backfield, sacking him, taking him all the way back 2 yards before where they, or prior to where they would have started, but 2 yards less than that. So that sack, you know, makes up for all those yards they gave Austin Eckler. As this will be 3rd and 12. Here we go. Watson on 3rd and 12. Deshaun. Watson is sacked. Michael Pierce. You know, those dudes, they run. I mean, 5 sacks today for Indianapolis. And Fairbairn is good. 9-23. Houston, you know, obviously, you know, like Colts got, you know, they got going in this part of the game, as you know, see how the Packers are using theirs, and you know, Mason Rudolph is their starting quarterback and stuff, as Marcus Green. I don't know, 26, but I mean, you know, they've definitely changed what they've been doing. Rudolph at quarterback, Mason or Deontay Foreman, a former Indianapolis Colt, actually, as 1st and 10, giving it to Mack, and again 2 carries, 2 yards, 3 carries, 2 yards. I mean, for 2nd and 10, I mean, they've just not let him run it today. That's a smart idea. You know, you don't want to let Marlon Mack run the football. I think that's a great idea. You know, you let this man get loose, and it might be over as Eric Reed stops him for getting 2. 4 rushes, 4 yards. You know, it really does annoy Marlon Mack that, you know, he has not been able to get going today, but, you know, I mean, sometimes you just got to take one for the team, and, you know, you got to be a team player. I think that's what he's doing today. Right now, he's got to get going as they finally get a sack. J.J. Watt immediately off the edge. And Houston is looking to come back in this one. That's a boot by Ricardo Sanchez. This is going to be Kiki Cutie. And it's a huge return out of the 42. My goodness, that dude is faster than I intended. I had like 88 speed. As here we go, Deshaun Watson will come out on 1st and 10. Not gonna. And it off! It's picked by the D lineman! Dean Lowry! Dean Lowry has an interception on the year! What in play? Wow. What a play, and now the Indianapolis Colts are on offense at the 47. Can they get something going? They're at their own field position. And look who's on the field. This is Jalen Hurts in the game. And Jalen Hurts feels it from J.J. Watt. They're going to go hurt. They're going to go it again. J.J. Watt obviously being a menace to what Jalen Hurts was trying to do there, as Jalen Hurts giving it to Marlon Mack. Mack finally getting going. First down, Marlon Mack. And there they go. That's the first play that they made all day. Jalen Hurts meant to give that one off, and he fucking didn't, bro. That's so annoying. Jesus.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Jesus fucking Christ, bro. We're done with that.
As he stopped in the backfield.
3rd and 15.
Full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. 3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction.
Real Brissett with the fake. Jacoby needs something. Paris Campbell with the grab. Comes up clutch. 1st and goal. Jacoby Brissett. Hand off to Marlon Mack. A gain of 2, and he's 6 for 18, dude. He's still struggling heavily. It's just like he cannot get going, my dude. Then he's offset. They just have not been able to, you know, score today, as or they have not been able to get him going, as here we go. Jalen Hurts back in the game. They're going to bring Jalen Hurts back in the game here. Jalen Hurts is going to take it. Damn, they lost yardage. 4 rushes, -8 yards. And at this point, I think they're going to be done with that. I think they were, you know, they wanted to use him as the element of surprise. It just wasn't working, as 3rd and forever here. That's Campbell, and Campbell's in. Paris Campbell having a day today. Colts score. And Joey Sly's kick is up and good. Only missed 1 all year. 30-9. The Colts, like I said, seems like always in the first half, the first quarter with the Texans team, you know. Texans bring out some new plays that work, and you know, I mean, it works 21-9 here. As Hunter and Henry. Nice tackle on Kiki Cutie. 9-30. Houston down by 21. 5:28 to go in this game.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time, 1 play.
1st and 10. Myers is gonna keep it. Myers to the outside. Myers erupts. Myers tackled by Kenny Moore. Moore was the last. Myers slipped through there and got one hell of a play. This is going to go to Eckler. Eckler. 1st down to the 23. And right now, Houston's moving the ball very well right now. 1st and 10. And they hand off to Eckler, even though it's the wrong decision. And look at a yard, as Myers came in the game, and he was making plays from into there. And they're going to keep him in the game. I mean, we've seen Will Fuller throw like a 50-yard touchdown or ass to DeAndre Hopkins, so, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if he threw it to Hopkins. And he does. Isaiah Simmons is all over it. Jarian Lou says, right when we said it, you know, I've seen that play. We've seen him do that play a lot. I think we did one-on-one covers last time we did it, and this time we don't need it. 3rd down and 8. You know, he needed a trick play there, you know. Like I said, though, we've seen him do this all before. We know his offense has underneath the Kenny Stills. 4th down. Watson isn't wasting any time. 4th and 6. Deshaun Watson. Watson making a couple audibles. Watson looking to throw. Deshaun Watson gonna go to Thomas, and he's shy of the 1st. And with 3:39 to go, the Colts are just going to try to run this one out with Marlon Mack. Marlon Mack with a huge carry. 2nd and 2. And like I said, you know, they've struggled to get him going all day. 2nd and 2, Brissett going to come out throwing to Marlon Mack as he gets going down to the 47. Brissett, 250 yards, having the greatest game of his career or of his season right now. As he should be over 1,000 now. As Marleon Mack up the gut, 38 yards. And like I said, you know, a lot of stuff has happened today, but Marleon Mack was not a very big role in today's game. Obviously now when we're trying to chew the clock, he's an incredible role, but like I said, like, he just hasn't done much as whatever. We'll just snap it real quick. 2nd and 10. Hand off to Marlon Mack. As like I said, you know, he was supposed to be a fantastic role. He never actually got to be that role that we wanted him to be. Which is okay. 3rd and 9. Jacoby Brissett gonna give it to Nyheim Hines, and it's a great play by Reed in the backfield. At the 41, it'd be a 58-yarder from here. And with Joey's slide, this might be possible. We'll see. Slide's kick is up. And good. 58. Good from 58 yards. 9-33. As they extend the lead, the Texans, you know, they got down the field last time, but they just cannot finish the drives off with points. And it feels like every time they play the Colts' defense is, you know, the game changer. I mean, they always get down the field, but that red zone defense is just always goes up clutch. 1st and 10. Watson looking, sacked. Michael Pierce for the 3rd time today gets him. 9-33, and you know, usually, you know, Marlon Mack is a decent game against him today. Today it was not. That was not the case. Watson making some maneuvers, but not gonna go anywhere after that at the line of scrimmage. He got out of Justin Houston, surprisingly, but nothing more after that. 3rd down. Oh, Isaiah Simmons can't take him down. Eckler! Austin Eckler making some moves. Down at like 39, and that might just be the last. Or we won't see the ball again, definitely. Deshaun Watson on 1st and 10. Watson looking to throw here. And just for extra measures, another interception by Anthony Harris. As Anthony Harris slips a tackle, and he's gonna score on the last play of the game. Pick 6. And that is just for an extra measures. The Colts take a pick 6 in the last play of the game. 9-40. Houston loses it to the Indianapolis Colts. Huge game. Huge play. Deshaun Watson, 4 picks, 0 touchdowns, 186 yards is not bad at all. Brissett, 250 yards, 3 touchdowns. He played incredible. Rushing, Eckler played. They kept Mack in check today, though. Myers had 42. Hurts, -8. -1. 0 for when he had it. -1 for him. T.Y. Hilton, dude, should have had over 100 and touchdown. Campbell at 86. Eckler had a hell of a game. Campbell was incredible in the game. T.Y. Hilton. Cobb had a good grab. I think that, you know, Campbell and them were.
And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.
What a game. You know, 9-40. Anthony Harris, I believe, had 3 or 4 picks. I think he had 4. I think he had all 4, honestly, but you know, we drop him there, as this will be a huge game for A lot of our players, Jalen Hurts will go up and overall, mostly just because he gets playing time, not because he does anything special. I mean, we'll have to figure out what we want to do with Isaiah Williams. He's a phenomenal athlete. I don't know where I want to put him. You know, he's kind of on the slower side. We'll figure out what we want to do with him. Paris Campbell definitely deserves thus up to a 76. He might be getting more playing time after today. You know, when we had and it seems like every game, like usually you would think, we're a running team and we have to pass it. That's what the Texans say. If I can force him to have to throw it, I have him beat. And, for the first time in forever, that wasn't how it worked, Like, usually that's a safe bet that, if I had to force him to throw it, I'm good, I'm set. And, today that just wasn't how it worked, I mean, I think Jacoby Brissett surprised a lot of people, Colts fans, Texans fans, or people watching when they think, what? Texans came up with a good game plan, stop Marlon Mack. That's same as the Steelers. But Jacoby Brissett showed that, he didn't need, he's shaky off first couple, but, he didn't need him as Dean Lowry came up clutch, bro. I remember who we traded. Who did we trade during the offseason to get these guys? Because it was a unfair trade. Is it Raiders or something? Shouldn't it be? Well, I can't remember what we traded with. I think we traded a pick for him or something like that. Him and Hunter Henry, as unfortunately, I knew it. Oh, he got it. So I don't know how he got it. I mean, he forced like 180 some yards, but maybe it was not 180. Malik Hooker is now a superstar. Yeah, they said I knew he's trash, but no, Malik Hooker, a superstar now. Players' ability to have an increased chance to catch passes that have tipped in the air. So Malik Hooker now. We got him, Darius Leonard, and Justin Houston. We had Devin White, but we traded him because Anthony Harris is a dog. I'm not saying he leads the NFL, but he's got to be damn close. Who leads the NFL with interceptions? And it looks like Desmond King, Bobby Wagner, and Anthony Harris are all tied with 8. So Anthony Harris, could be looking at something. Shaquille Griffin at corner at 7. James is 6. Matthew 5. Cole Holcomb 5. Burns 4. Randall Coleman is 4. Shad Jones, Earl Thomas, Latimer. There's most tackles in the NFL right now. Deion Jones. Who has the longest field goal in the NFL? It's your boy, Joey Sly, who as well as may only miss 1 extra point, 9 for 20. Punting. They've punted the most and the least. It's weird. Where are we at on this? We punted 10 times last year, so we're kind of in the middle of the pack. Kick returning. Tyreek Hill. I don't think a lot of people have had a touchdown beside Tyreek Hill, Cole Hardman, and John Ross. So interesting enough. Punt returning. Tariq Cohen, Tyreek Hill, and Jalen Rigor have all took one back as there's some quarterbacks that don't for a lot. Brissett's barely thrown for 1,000. 6 touchdowns, 8 picks, Rushing, Mack finally had a bad game. He's averaging over 100 still a game, but finally didn't get 100 yards. He was locked down as Dalvin Cook and Zeke are still above him. We'll see, I ranked as like a top 5 running back, and You know, we want to get him as one of the best running backs in the NFL, but we'll see as you know, we might re-sign Jacoby Rowe. He's shown that he can throw the football very well. I mean, we brought Bucky Hodges in on that huge triple option, which I kind of like bringing Bucky Hodges in for that. You know, I think he's a great player. As if you look at Brissett's stats, he's 79. You know, he's developed really well on this team. 91 throw power. You know, his throwing stats, he can throw very well. He can't break his tackle to save his damn life, but you know, he's good enough to where he doesn't have to run. He's in pocket. You know, he stays in the pocket. He makes throws, and you know, that's all that really matters. Is, you know, we've got guys that aren't seeing the field. Like AJ Brown's hit a couple. For today, it was mostly T.Y. Hilton, Randall Cobb, and Paris Campbell, who I put back at that slot receiver position, and it's worked out phenomenally. Like I said, he was having shades of season that he had. So, I mean, if we go to receiving, look, I mean, we've got Cobb. I mean, it seems like we throw the ball around a lot. Cobb, Hilton, Ebron are all like 130 for Campbell. So, you know, I mean, he got most of his yards from that game. Mack, AJ Brown, Hines. I mean, Higgins, Moncrief, Green, Molly Cox, Jordan Wilkins. I mean, Tamushin Hoggins or Bucky Hodges got a catch. Hunter Henry's got a catch. Hines got 2 of them. Brown got 4 of them, you know. Rushing, Mack, Hines, Brissett, Hodges, and Hilton. No one wants to take it. Hurts and Cobb have some, but they have negatives. So. And Kaiser. Other than that, though, I mean, the guy that we just faced, I should start looking at their stats before we go into it. Even that might help us a little bit. Receiving-wise, obviously, if you look, Eckler leads him. I think our last game definitely helped, though. It's like, look, he likes to use Austin Eckler a lot. And Will Fuller. Johnson, Troy Myers, Kenny Stills a little bit, too. And, you know, he's throwing for a decent amount. It's just the fact that, you know, he's got 1 touchdown and 18 picks. All of his touchdowns have came from Eckler, Fuller, and Lamar Miller. Kenny Stills is the only touchdown that he has. I mean, he scored against us, but it was a Austin Eckler touchdown, so. Yeah. Who do we play next week? We have the Browns, who I have not actually went ahead and looked at anything about the Browns. I haven't heard anything about them. They traded Baker Mayfield away and got Jacob Eason. Actually, looks like a very good quarterback. Has more passing yards. This 12 touchdowns to 4 picks is incredible. TJ Yeldon's been breaking it up in the NFL. Oh, Gabriel and Beckham. Landry's trying to fall apart, but you know, it seems like they spread the ball out a lot. So, defensively, I mean, what is their record? Browns are 3-3. They're still in this. As we probably are going to take over. I think we should take over the #1 spot for this week. You know, we're still undefeated. Our undefeated record has not been taken away from us yet. And we'll see, you know, hopefully we can stop the Browns from taking over. As an incredible game for us. As you know, I mean, trade-wise, I mean, one and five. Okay, our division 2-3-1 for the Jacksonville Jaguars. Are they played at all? They face the Broncos, which is an schedule CPU team. I gotta go check. Has he faced anybody? He played the Titans and he won. Okay. He faces us off a bye week. And he'll finish it with the Bengals, who had a very good game against us. We finished it all the season off with the Vikings. What did I? Minnesota Vikings. So they're 3-0 there. Oh, now they're 3-3. The Falcons played them 3 fucking times. Lions 14-29. Out of the Lions, out of the Bears. Killed the Packers, killed the Patriots, killed. I mean, he got 3 wins in a row, and now he's 0-3, you know. We'll see what goes down, but meanwhile, what's that happens? 86 overall, 88 offense, 84 defense, you know. Gonna be incredible. So I'm gonna take a shower after these, but I'll go ahead and show you guys that I have so many different franchises, bro. Look at this. Like, none of them actually get used anymore. I think I have like over like 30. I think I have not. Damn it. Right clicked on this one. Not the one I meant to click on. I don't know why I clicked on it. Yeah, why does this one always say at the top? I have no clue. Ain't numerical order? I don't know, it's members. I think it's like this. I don't know. 2021 off of the draft. I don't remember. Anyway, let's join. And obviously, we are at week 17. Okay, that's interesting. So, he already faced this game. He beat the shit out of the Steelers. A lot of AP teams. He's on AP. Seahawks are on AP. Alright, so I'm going to play this game. And yeah, so I'll see you guys in another stream. I'm going to take a new one.